divide and conquer. They did this so well. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Elizabeth Kunene. I go by the name of Liz, Liza, Beth, Lizbeth. It's me, it is the girl. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my channel. I am bringing you another rant, yes, another informative video about why I think Model C schools are toxic as hell. So I went to a Model C school also, and it's in the northern KZN, so people might not even know the name of the school. I will not even mention it because it's not even relevant, it's not even important. But there were so many toxic ways and so many toxic things that used to happen in that school, from the teachers to the students to how they treat students. So it was bad. So let's just get into it. Okay, so like we had like a school code of conduct, and then some of the things that are there in we are born in why, like, why is this thing there? Like, is there a need or a reason why this code of conduct has to be there? Like, but like, I'm just gonna read some of them that I felt like, okay, I don't know about y'all, but some of the teachers were inappropriate. They were very inappropriate. Like, they'll say certain things where it's like, okay, like maybe let's say because black girls especially, you got asses, right? You know, you got asses, so sometimes your skirt at the back could go a little higher than in the front, so as sling and skates and it would be like, oh, a lot of you guys need to stop wearing short skirts because your bum is too big for those skirts. You guys should just all wear over the knee high skirts. Why do we have to go through something like that? Like, why do you do things like that? Like, you are fucking problematic as a teacher. Like, why do you have to do things like that? And then another thing that I was like, okay, girls' hair. There was no frizzy or perm hairstyle acceptable. Basically, all that said is no black people's hair is acceptable, because right now my hair is natural, and when I put it up in a bun, it becomes a puff. Yeah, so my hair is very frizzy and it's very curly and it's very like, if crazy, if puffy, in a puff, yeah, but it looks like a perm, yeah, but so basically what you're saying is my hair was never gonna be acceptable. Natural hair, they will like look at it like, is it yours? Is it like, they'll look at things like that, and it's like, why? And I remember a couple of years ago, these school girls, they were actually striking because their afros were not allowed. They were not part of the school conduct. It's the same thing, okay? Excuse me. In my school, I wouldn't know who's Conan Umuntu who was called out on their afros, but I know it's in the school code of conduct. Our hair is not acceptable. So angas, bruh, angas. Your hair must be worn away from the face. First of all, white girls and Indian girls had bangs, and nobody said anything. These girls had bangs, okay? Nobody said anything. Nobody asked them why do they have bangs. Nobody made it a thing. But when faga I-weave yakho ufaka ibang, uzoyiqaqa that same way. Uzoyiqaqa sis. Loose hair must be fastened when it reaches the collar of the uniform. First of all, white girls and Indian girls and all other girls had hair up to here or longer, and it used to go over, so their hair wasn't a problem. The only problem was our hair. Do you understand? Where I'm going with this? Our hair was a problem. Like, it was a fucking problem, our hair. It's so unnecessary. This was so unnecessary. And I remember it used to be so bad to a point where if like the black kids' hair, abafana, was just a little bit long and they see it, because by And if your hair is just a little bit longer and the principal, one of the male teachers see you, they will literally pull it. Like, instead of just telling you to know your hair is too long, you need to cut your hair. No, they will pull it. Why do you have such long hair? Like, why are you yanking our hair? Like, you don't have to do that. Like, why are you yanking it? Okay, so another thing that I want to talk about was the winters. How problematic the teachers actually were. Like, I want to tell you how problematic the teachers were. So this side, it gets really cold. It can get to a 2, -1, 0 sometimes. Like, it gets really cold. Okay, and then on top of it being really cold, like, a teacher will tell you, will say, oh no, you have to open the windows because I don't want to breathe the same air as you. They will open all the windows. Like, these teachers will open all the windows. Like, all of them in winter, they will be like, no, open all the windows because, oh, I don't want to get a cold. Oh, I don't want to breathe the same air as you. Don't you know diseases are floating around? Like, lapho umuntu wakhona has a heater on their feet. They brought blankies to Uongbata. They have polo neck, long as polo neck, jerseys and everything. So they're not cold. You can open the windows. They're not gonna feel cold. And Booty, this is how it should be. The windows are this side, and that's where the students are sitting, and that's where the students are sitting, and the teacher is in the middle. So nina ni wind block nina with the cold. Y'all are just blocking this person. Like, she's not feeling anything, or he's not feeling anything. So you need and she. It was so problematic. Like, yo, it was bad, yo. Another thing that I thought was very toxic is you can't have a conversation with a teacher about something that you're not happy about. Now, let's say you're not okay of how the teacher's addressing you, so you voice out your concerns. We'll say, I'm not okay with how you talking to me, or I'm not okay with how you're addressing me. There's easier ways that we can do this. There are better ways we can talk to you. Trust me, you will get into trouble, and they will call it back chatting. So the teacher can say whatever the hell they want to say to you, and you can't say anything because it's back chatting. They'll call your parents. They'll straight up send you to the principal's office. Straight up, the principal could call your parents, or you could be in detention for a very long time. And I didn't see the need for detention. I don't even see the need for detention. I don't even see the relevance of detention because they didn't even know what to do with that detention time that they're giving you. So, like, problematic. Like, how can I not say, good to know, I don't like how you treating me. I don't like how you talking to me. Like, why are you shouting at me? I'm right next to you. Why do you talk to me like that? There was this one teacher, guys, that used to spit on the student. Like, she gets so pissed, she will spit on you, and you know, you can't voice out your opinions because of that. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is Model C schools. This is, hey guys, hey. That shit was rough. No, bro, that shit was rough. Speaking in your native tongue. Speaking in your native tongue, unless all teachers and staff members can understand you, you are not allowed to. Like, I remember in class, if you spoke in Zulu or Xhosa or Sotho, they would literally tell you, oh no, this is an English school, so either you speak English or you speak Afrikaans. So, like, all the white kids can speak whatever they want to speak. They can speak Afrikaans in an English class. They can speak, I don't know, whatever language what people speak in my school. They can speak Italian. Oh shit! They can speak Italian. They can speak Spanish. Nobody's gonna say anything. But when a black kid tries speak your language, speak in Zulu, speak in Xhosa, speak in Sotho, speak in Ndebele, speak in whatever other 9 languages that we have 11. Speak in any of the 9 other languages in the classroom, and the teacher hear you. Oh no, you can't speak in your native tongue because we can't hear you. You have to speak in a language that we can all understand. But all the white kids are speaking Afrikaans in an English class. Why is that okay? But when I do it, it's a problem. Why? Like, those teachers were like bullies. Another thing is intimidation and favoritism. They will intimidate you. Like, let's say you play for the first team, they will intimidate you and be like, oh no, if you don't do this, you won't be able to go and play for the first team, or if you don't do this, you won't be able to go for training, or if you don't do this the way I say it, you won't be able to do this, or if you don't, like, they used to use intimidation all the time. Problematic teachers. Divide and conquer. They did this so well. I don't know about everybody else, but divide and conquer. When we got there in grade 8, because we're all scared, we don't know anyone, so we're all talking like is all colors about song, and we'll be there talking blah blah. As soon as we got into that hall, that school hall, everything changed, because they were like, oh, all the kids that want to do Afrikaans as a home language, go this side, and all the kids that want to do English as a home language, go that side. There were some white kids that were doing English as a home language, and yeah, obviously there wasn't any black kids or others that were doing Afrikaans as a home language. And then it got to a point where they were like, oh no, yeah, okay, that then Besluanis, and then all those that want to do is Zulu as a second language, and all those that want to do Afrikaans as a second language, right? And then it was like all the white kids were in the A class. Why were all the white kids in the A class? Like, all the white kids were literally in the A class. No one was saying anything. That shit was divide and conquer. Like, why were all the white kids in the thingy, in the A class? It wasn't by merits, but it was by skin color. Why is that? Why was that actually allowed? Why did you guys see that as okay to do that? That's just problematic. That is just a problematic situation. Nepotism. The fact that the school didn't care about merits, they didn't care about if the teacher can teach, or are they actually good at their job, because there were some teachers that were there because they were a certain ex-teacher's child, or a teacher's cousin, or a teacher's niece, or husband or wife. So they didn't really care about if can they actually do the job. There were like so many kids that used to fail in certain classes, yet it wasn't the teachers were the problem, it was the students were the problem. Why was that? The teachers were actually a problem. I remember in maths, there was this teacher who was a problem. If you got 60 for maths, kudos to you, because people were failing. Like, 40 was a pass. 40 was a fucking pass in that class, because he was a horrible teacher. He didn't know what the fuck was he doing half of the time. He was a fucking horrible teacher. And nobody actually asked us, why are all these kids always failing in this class? It was just like, oh no, the kids don't know what they're doing. Like, what about the teacher? The teacher's actually problematic. Do you guys not understand them? Also, another thing that I remember is some of the things, like when it comes to sports, some white kids will not even go to trials to actually make it to the teams. They'll just not make it to the trials, and they'll be chosen for the team. I remember this one year that I trialed for the first team, because I thought I was ready. I felt very ready for it, and I trialed for the first team, and the person who did not make it to the trial, they didn't come to the trial, they made it to the team, and I became a bench warmer for the first team. And for me, it was like, that don't make sense. But because I was a kid then, it didn't make sense. But for me, I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'm clamping. Another thing is especially my trials and team. I remember also another one is there used to be like a original team. Within the original team, there are people that didn't have to go to trials, like, because their parents were the scouts of the original team. It was like, oh yeah, my 4 or 5 girls that I already know are gonna be there, and they were like, it was like, oh, we had to have white people in our team, otherwise we're not good enough. They will go as far as sometimes you guys get loud, you're students, you're school kids. They'll be like, oh, you're making too much noise. Do you think this is a taxi rank? Or do you think this is a farm? You guys are too loud. You guys are just barbaric. That's all you guys are doing. You are lucky that you are in this school. Because we are a society that never was held accountable for the wrongs that happened, for the crime against humanity. That is why I think the other race, okay, I think that's why certain people don't feel accountable for the wrongs they do. They don't feel like it's racist what they're saying. They don't feel like certain comments that they will throw and jab is racist. There's still a lot of fights that we still get into. There's still a lot of racism that we get into. There's still a lot of problematic things that happen, not just in schools but also in society. But in schools, because it's so like I'm even talking about the light things that happen. There are other things that happen to other people that are worse, much worse than what I actually mentioned. I'm just mentioning some of the things that I can remember on top of my head, yeah, but and some of the things that I remember certain people talking about. But I'm pretty sure it was worse. Like, some people had it like worse than what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, I might not have said certain things, but if I did miss certain things, like, drop it down on my comments. Yeah, those are the little things that I feel like are problematic and things that we need to address. If you have a kid and you're thinking about sending your child to a modern C school, please be careful. Listen to what your kids are saying, because this shit is actually happening. It's very problematic, and we need to change it as a society of South Africa, and we need to change it as within the people of South Africa, because we cannot have people still being racist to small children. Like, these are kids, and you grilling them and you showing them no, we are above you. Like, there's no hierarchy here. It's a rainbow nation. So stop thinking you're still in a hierarchy or you still better than. Like, you need to stop thinking that. So yeah, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button, like and share the video if you actually enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.